Hello, everybody. Here we are again. Our favorite day, our favorite, looking forward to being with all you and all of your wonderful comments. And we are here to be a sort of community together and take a look at what the uh, energy focus is for the month and the energy focus is for the week. And with me is Leslie Romine. We are old friends, and we just totally enjoy doing this together and being here for you. So we're going to start out with going to what is in the what's up for the month. And one of the things that I want to remind you is that on YouTube, our YouTube channel, which is the Transformational Tools YouTube channel, you can find the energy focus for the month that I did. So you can have each week, and then you can go and see about the whole month. And there's more there than what we're doing here, which is just a little bit of bringing in the month. And by the way, the week that we're working on now is today through next Thursday. So it's the 6th through the 12th. And I want to go to the picture that we did for this is the what our theme is for the month of February. Hang on, transformation can be messy. And if you're really paying attention, you'll understand why we said hang on, because there's a lot going on. And it's kind of interesting just to see how that affects us as things come up, because the idea is this is a good time to practice staying in your neutral space but paying attention to what's going on. And we are all expanding and evolving, so we want to pay attention to that as well. So you want to say anything about that, Leslie, before we move to our cards?
Oh, no, I think it's a great one for this month, and we can really dive in. I guess that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I feel like as the month goes on, it's like, oh boy, I understand why we were feeling this for the month of February.
Yeah.
All right, so here's our luminary from the Oracle deck called Luminaries. This one is called Mosaic, and it's the number 10. And here's just the part that I picked out. You are a unique tile in the universal mosaic of being. Can you feel that universal mosaic of being as it's part of it's woven together in so many ways that it looks like a mosaic? Claim your special beauty, even as you allow others to do the same. Sometimes I think it's hard for us to really see the beauty in ourselves. We're more likely to see it in someone else, and we're more likely to see in ourselves the things that we're not quite doing right according to how we've been raised or whatever. So, Mosaic is here to say to us, yeah, there's lots of different people, different kinds of people. It even talks about how there were ones from other places in the universe which will be showing up for us in form. And some of you may have already experienced that. Some may be here, but they don't look that different, so we wouldn't know. But anyway, this is our opportunity to really understand that this makes a beautiful mosaic. And even the people that are irritants, they're still part of the mosaic. And this is for us to say a neutral about that. So, Leslie?
Yeah. I also found a little phrase in there that um, kind of augments what we're saying here. It's together the uniqueness creates design that fashions an expression of pattern and beauty. A lot of times we can see patterns in nature. You can see patterns like in a leaf or a tree or certain animals. And that just is the same. I mean, there's patterns everywhere, and we are part of that, and we're unique. And um, the expression of beauty is where I was kind of headed because we're just the shapes and colors and um, you know different aspects of the human are are fascinating when you look at it. And,
Absolutely.
and from place to place and how a person was born and how they were raised. And I mean, it's just fascinating. My father was someone who traveled around the world quite a lot. And he would say to me, just, notice how unique each person is and what they bring to the situation. And I'm really grateful for that because I kind of did that anyway, but it was like really reinforced, and I like that.
I think traveling is really very um, eye opening, but also it expands you in your understanding when you find different cultures, different people that look different. Now, here we have a lot of different people just because we're a melding pot, but it it was fascinating to me the beauty of the differences. And when we lived in uh, several different countries when I, including Costa Rica, when I was uh, growing up. Well, I was a teenager and then into my adult time. So it was wonderful to see all of that. I
Mhm.
appreciated it. So
Mhm.
let's just take one more look at this because I want you to feel that sense of connectedness, that sense of beauty, and remember that you are part of that. That what you are in your energy field and who you are in this lifetime, you're a part of that mosaic. And then our color card is simply self. And oops, no, I mean, our color card is, sorry, that's not it. Um,
Red.
it's red. Here we go. And so red has many sides to it. And when we do the color cards, there is a lesson and there is a strength. And the lesson is here for us to work with, and it can become your strength. What I picked out in the lesson portion or for this whole month is looking at is anger and frustration doing to us. Because well, I'll just read what it says here. When the first chakra is blocked, the passion, fire, and drive have to go somewhere. This can lead to anger, sore joints, exhaustion, and bullheadedness. Open this energy center, and you will have all your energy back so that you can use it to live to the fullest. So, this is really important for us to understand that there are ways in which our energy can get stuck. And if it's not flowing, if the red's not flowing, then it can end up being anger and frustration. And those of you who have taken our color courses, you know that we use complementary colors to get the energy flowing, both in the red and both in the green, because red and green are complementary colors. So it would be the red that's in the first chakra, which is from the middle of the hips down through the bottoms of feet. And then the green is the whole chest area and out into the arms and hands. These are huge parts of the body, and they are really critical ones that need to be open. If you have a congested heart, you're going to have problems. If your anger uh, gets settled in either of these areas, that is going to bother you physically. So this one that we're on here is about moving our energies from anger and frustration into resilience, the resilience for transformation. So, Leslie, what would you say about this?
Well, I was struck by the fact that um, these two are really important to keep in balance. And the green is definitely, part of bringing that heartfelt space back to um, being in balance with the red. Um, I know on the Christmas holiday or, that kind of place, we've used that before. And that's a time when everybody's so busy and doing stuff and you can get easily frustrated. And here we are in another time where, frustration can come in or anger about something. And bringing in the green helps us remember, um, oh yeah, this needs to be balanced for me to feel like I'm flowing again. Like you said, keeps it moving, keeps it working with us and for us. And so I think that was uppermost on my mind.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. We have been working on, first of all, balancing the complementary colors, and then where we're moving in all things that have been separated, we're moving into where they are working together. They are in harmony, and that is what allows the energy to move. All right, so now we're going to the cards for this week, and the luminary is simply self,
Mhm.
and it's number 6. It's really an important card for right now or anytime, but what happens sometimes when things are a bit chaotic is that we end up feeling like there's too much going on, there's too many things happening, and it feels like life is complicated. And simply self says, my essence offers a perfect balance of thought and feeling without resistance or attachment, allowing focus and creativity into this present moment. So if you will pay attention, you'll check in and see, are your thoughts and your feelings okay in balance, or are the feelings taking you way out somewhere, or are you getting so caught up in your thoughts that you're not exactly attending to your feelings? This is a time where we want to really be aware of both and bring them into a kind of harmony. And sometimes, if there's anger, for example, you might resist it, and that is not what's here either. We want to be aware of our feelings, and then if it's something that's stuck, we want to work with that. And we don't want to get attached to things, because that keeps us from being in this perfect flow that allows us to be multidimensional. It allows us to move into one thing from another without being overwhelmed. So I love this one. It just helps us to feel what it's like to live in that kind of simplicity and harmony.
Mhm. I like looking at this um, luminary and think of being, just you're making it too complicated. Make it simple. It's not so complicated. And I loved what you just said about letting go of attachments and get back into the flow, because we can, our thoughts and our even what we're doing, we can just bring that presence into it, of this moment. I'm right here, right now. What's going on? How can I be in this moment and not be somewhere else? Because either it hasn't happened or it has happened and you're in a new moment. and you can shift your thinking, shift your feeling if as you work with it. Mhm.
Yeah, the simplicity of that is also what we want in our environment. And I'm working on the simplicity on my desk. I tend to have things piled up. I got a little ways this morning, but I will keep working on that because that kind of clutter is also affecting the energy and how it moves around us and in us. So, uh, but Simply Stuff has a lot to say about that. So go to your cards and to the book and read about that. All
Mhm.
right, so now we're going to go to the Strength in Silver is the color card, and the part that I picked out really fits exactly with Mosaic too. Each moment is precious. You linger a moment longer to feel deeply. Each person is precious. You caress others with your tenderness that shines from your eyes. When we are truly operating from our soul center, this is the kind of thing that people will feel when they're in the space with you. It is they will notice that you're very grounded, you're present with what you're feeling, you are appreciating every person that is in the room, and that from your eyes there is that tenderness and that concern for others, but also gratitude and all of these other things, and that can be so healing to a group or so healing to the place that you walked into, whether it's a store or a group of friends or whatever it is.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, it's interesting to notice too when you are in that space of gratitude and appreciation that things come to you that are situations come to you that are reflecting that. And I think that's a kind of a fun thing, fun little game to play with oneself. It's like, I'm going to go just take this into, where I'm going and see what happens. Because it is, you finally get that feedback and you're like, oh, this is correct. I can do this more often. So, and it not only uplifts you, but it uplifts everybody in the
Yes, it does. Yeah, we affect each other so much.
hmm
And anyway, that's just a really important part of what we're here for.
That silver.
So those are our cards for the month and for the week. Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
Nope.
Okay. So we are then, I want to tell you about some things that are going on within transformational tools. Some of you know already, and if you're new, you might not know that we have a community that's called the Vortal, and it's gathering this Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific. And this is the place where we get to know each other better. And I'm bringing something to this one that will help me and maybe help others as well. Because I have a book I want to write, and I have set up for some questions for people to think about before they come together, and we can look at it together and say, uh, what does this feel like? What do I know about this kind of thing? So it'll be an interesting time, I think. And I will start with a meditation, and Dodie and Peter are going to help us in breakout groups. And so it's a time that we really love working with all of you and getting to know you better. Then I want to remind you that Leslie and I do personal sessions. You can sign up for that with me on transformationaltools.com/sessions. And with Leslie, you can contact her. What do you want to say, Leslie, about that? I have you on that page as well with your email, so they can
Yeah,
get.
yeah, um, different. I mean, yes. If you contact me through my email, there, that's the best way. Yeah, and I have not um, written my thing that tells you about what I do, but when you contact me, we can chat about it.
We'll have to put that on the website. We'll have to change that on the
Yeah.
website. Okay, sounds good. Now, the other thing is not next week, but the week after that, on Thursday, February 19th, is our intuitive circle. And if you are interested in expanding your intuition, understanding more about what intuition is, it's an opportunity for you also to bring something you would like to know more about in your life, because it's interesting when you have a group and they focus on something for you, you get a lot of information that is helpful. And we also practice listening to what people give and then saying, is that true for me? So it's not like you're depending on someone else, but you're getting some very precious input that will help you. So that's on Thursday, February 19th at 11 a.m. Pacific. All right. So let's move to individual readings here.
All right. All right. So Sid is first today.
All right.
Sid.
There we go, Sid. All right, Sid.
Ooh.
This is about you sending your light out. And because we're in a time where, at least I'm experiencing, and I think others are too, where I'm being asked to let go of certain things I've been doing and put emphasis in another area. And it's like if you are feeling, Sid, like there's something you want to let go of, or something that, and it may be hard to let go of, that this is your time to shine in maybe a different way. So really look at how you're spending your time and see if that is where your inner spirit just blossoms and that you love it and that you want to do it more and more, because that's going to tell you that that's where your light shines.
Mhm. Lovely. Your color card is Strength in Gold. Strength in Gold. And this is a doing energy, so it goes right along with supporting your light as it wants to shine. It says willing to change, spiritually strong, and celebrates life. Boy, that's a lovely energy to move into, and it's with you this week to help support that recognition of what is my heart calling me to do right now. And it might be something that you think, really, but it could lead to the next thing, which is where you're intending to go.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, and Sandra is next.
Okay, Sandra. Not that one. Oh boy, two coming out. All right, one of them is Mosaic that we've been working on, and the other one is Presence. So I would say that these two for you, Sandra, are saying that there you will be noticing some differences in people, or noticing some differences in something around you that you hadn't been noticing before. And that what I'm getting is, remember that each of the people, each of the things that you see has presence in it. And look for the presence in every person you meet. Look for the presence every flower, every animal, everything that you come in contact with, because that is all part of the mosaic.
Mhm. Wow.
Oh, Sid finished her deck. Woo-hoo.
Wow.
Congratulations.
This pH erases stuff at the beginning. Oh, interesting. There, your card, Sandra, is Strength in White. Strength in White,
Oh, that's good.
which is a good one. Yes, it's pure, strong, and unconditionally loving. So as you move with mosaic and presence, I mean, look how much white there is in both of them, for one thing. And they're about, they have blues and indigos and all about um, connection through communication. Okay, and so as you're noticing these things about people and presence, notice that you can walk within those with a pure, strong, loving presence where you notice those are the things, some of the things that really stand out to you when you notice these um, people and these helpers, because they're really your helpers this week. Anything else to add? No? Okay. Will is next.
That one. Let's see, what's for Will? Okay. Aha! This one must be really up.
Hmm.
So that this one is
Illumination.
it's illumination, but it's the number 12. So it's another really advanced, high energy, and it means, Will, that you've passed 10. You had finished some things, and now you're being moved beyond that. And what I've noticed, Will, is in the energies and the way you're going at some things, that there's a huge expansion going on in terms of information and things that you will be bringing to what you've already been doing. So I think that this is a really important one to keep around.
That's not it. Okay. Well, I got two cards. I got lesson in purple and lesson in red. So, um, lesson in purple was to transcend difficulties, and I'm. It feels more like be patient with difficulties and know that they will, as you're working with this red energy, that doors will open. It feels like just, how, do it from a place of consciousness and, um, commitment to what you're doing. Let it be guided, be in the guidance of it. And then the red energy is use that energy to live life meaningfully. Well, if you're doing something that means a lot to you, then you are going to be using that uh, that only word I can think of is impetus, but use that surge of energy to move forward and to do what you're wanting to put out there. Do you have more for that, Arlene?
No, I was a little bit distracted because I see a couple new people on there. But I feel like uh, this this whole a group here are very strongly working with you, and that these will really expand your light. And as you move into the strength of red and of purple, that is going to it'll feel different. It's a different has a different texture to it. So I think that's going to be fun to see what that is.
Lori showed up, and Lori, I have you on the list already. I make a list of when people come in, and I have you on that list. So no worries, we'll get to you. And Johanna Lula,
Yeah.
you're new to us, so if you would like a reading, we're available to do that too. I can put you on my list. So
yeah, he's asking about, was that a past life? We don't really go into past lives here, but will know if there's something in a past life that is affecting him. Our idea here is to just give you some clues about what's happening energetically for you during this week, and so you can take the cards, and you can buy the cards from us at transformationaltools.com. And the thing that we want you to do is to really sit with the energies that are in the cards and read about them and apply them, because that's really how we make progress.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Courtney is next.
Okay, Courtney.
Glad you're here, Courtney.
Well, this is interesting. Simply Self, Courtney. Let me just feel into what's happening here for you. I think that one of the things that happens for you is because there are a lot of things tumbling through your mind, that things seem complicated. What I would suggest is that you put the energy of Simply Self around you and ask Simply Self to really tone down the amount of things that come at you, so that you can feel this simplicity that will allow for a lot of a sense of relief, and just that you can be more present.
Mm-hmm. And your color card is Lesson in Indigo. And remember, indigo is about, our intuitive self and tuning into that inner voice in ourselves, and sometimes psychic gifts. But this is saying, trust what you know. Trust what you know. And with the Simply Self, it's as you're simplifying, the amount of things, and you say, I'd like it to just pare down to a few things, that I'm not feeling overwhelmed, that you can trust that indigo is going to be its partner. Indigo is going to say, all right, trust, just what do you know? What do you know about yourself? And can I release having so much? If I ask for help and it's there, I can release it and let it go. And I can be with that part that is in Simply Self. It's about really coming back to your core of who you are, and kind of letting the distractions just dissipate and kind of not be in your realm. It's just clearing up and just being the essence of who you are. And the essence of who you are can be discovered when you start just trusting and talking, telling yourself, I am love. I am here in a body. I'm, just the real simple, simple things, and just being in that energy. And, you have such sweet energy that you can just say, I'm sweet. I am sweetness. you know, Anything that helps you focus on an aspect of yourself that you you innately treasure, you know? I think often we don't really say that to ourselves that much, but we can say, yes, I am sweet, or I am love, in a body right here, right now. And just that's simple. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway.
So also, uh, you have so much, not just intuition, but you have a lot of psychic ability.
Mhm.
And one of the things that Simply Self can do is to uh, kind of bring that to you in a more simple way, because it doesn't have to be overwhelming. It doesn't have to take over your life. It's just here to allow you to have some insights. And you can just ask for help to simplify that, so that you can deal with the insights that come in.
Yeah. Okay, Lori. Lori is next.
Okay. Has Lori been with us before?
She was with us last week.
Oh, good.
I welcomed her back this week.
Well, Lori, here's what you're in the midst of. You are this one is called um,
Passionate.
Passionate Ascension. And you were in this process of moving up a spiral into another part of your uh, knowing and being here in this life. And along with what seems chaotic around us, this can sometimes feel like a little bit uh, like this is a lot coming in. But remember, you always have the ability to say, can you just uh, bring this down a tone? Just go a little slower for me, please. So it doesn't feel like it's overwhelming to you. But the green is there, and green is the heart energy, and it will help you through this. And there's yellow in there that gives you insight and clarity to understand what this is about for you. And then the red is the energy of this movement that is taking you into a new place. And remember that Leslie and I are here for you. So if you need some extra help, we can work with you on that.
So your color card that goes with it is called Lesson in Pink. And pink is often about our innocence, our inner child, as it were. And this one says, care for your inner child. And so I was getting that part of your ascension, part of this moving to another energetic level, includes bringing that part of your child self into that energy, and and allowing it to feel safe within that. Part of loving our inner child is saying, yes, we're not going to hang you out there. We're going to give give you some boundaries. You're going to say, yes, I want this, and no, don't want that right now. And you have discernment. So it's freedom for that child to be who they really are with discernment. Okay, so that is bringing that sweet little child along with you in this transformation is important. Keep her in mind and say, come on with me. We're going to go together, and it'll be a new place and time, a new space and time for us to feel good.
And that's really important, because when there's a lot of change going on, the little kid in us can sometimes get doesn't like change really, uh, and can get a little bit of out of whack because of it. So you're the one then that can go in and talk to that child and say, "Hey, it's okay. This is just us ascending. We're going to a new
Mhm.
place, and we're here together. You don't have to be alone."
Yep, absolutely. Yep. Sue, our sweet Sue gift artist here. Yay. Sue.
Sue is next.
Yes.
All right. Not that one. Okay. All right, Sue. This one is it's not.
Unfolding.
Yeah, it's
Unfolding.
unfolding. It's not. There's one that's expansion. Um, and what this one is about, I want you to look at the center. There's a beautiful crystal in the center there. And
Mm.
then it's kind of like there's movement around that center. And so, what this is about is there are things inside of you that you've kind of tucked away, and they want to come forward at this time. But just pay attention to what feels like the right timing for you, and you can just ask that they'll come one at a time, so you don't feel overwhelmed by what's there. It's This energy is very loving and very soft energy, but it also is just helping you unfold anything that you've been holding inside that needs to come forward now.
Yeah. Yeah. That really expresses, that card really expresses it in its soft, um, I don't know what you call it, heart shape. Thanks.
Yeah.
So your color card with it is Strength in Silver, which is a
Well,
lovely, lovely card to have with that. Really taps into that inner crystalline part, and it also gives you the strength of wisdom, of that receptive wisdom. And the words are warm, wise, and valuable. And I just think that, of course, gold is its complementary color, but this is asking to bring in that energy of warmth, comfort, and as you move forward into these one at a time. So it seems like it's a gentle nudge forward for you this week.
yeah. And remember that this is the card for the week. So, for you personally, but also for us all together. So, there is an energy of silver, the strength in silver that is here for all of us. And I especially like the first part of what I had from the book. It says, each moment is precious. And that's one of the things that we want to remember. And as you unfold, that it is precious. Every part of that is precious.
Mm. Um, Sandra was saying that we can wish Will a happy birthday early because it's on next Thursday, the
Okay.
12th, or I'm sorry, next Wednesday, the 11th, June, sorry. Um, and so happy birthday to you. And it was that was somebody else's birthday too. Yeah,
Well, Johan is saying that February 11th is his grandmother's birthday.
yeah. And then it's MT. Did you mean my birthday is today, Joanna? Johanna? Hmm. Well, if it is, you'll have to let us know. We'll wish you happy birthday as well. Sorry, dear, I got joined with happy early birthday. Yeah, February 11th. Oh, yeah, that is nice to share.
Oh, wow. Both the same day. Wow.
Yeah, So Joanna, yeah, is
Is it
today.
oh, it's Johanna. I
Johanna is today. Yeah.
Joanna.
Oh,
Johanna
her.
Lulu.
Okay,
Lula. Yeah. Okay.
Johanna.
Did
So
we
it's
do a
her
picture?
grandmother's birthday.
Did we do a card for Johanna yet?
She is next.
Okay. All right. Wow. This card just wants to be here today
Oh
for all
my,
people. So
illumination.
I want to read something out of the book for you about this because there's something special in there and I can't feel exactly what it is, but we'll. Okay. Light magnifies light, which magnifies light and impacts the entire universe. So let your light shine. Okay. Um, so I feel like what it's doing is it's reminding you of how much light you have within you. And it is here, this card is here to help you shine your light. And this next part of what's in the book is really cool too. Spiraling streams of light emanate from within the core of existence. Acknowledging this light allows inner divine magnificence and outer divine source to be embraced. So, what we want to do, all of us, is along with Joanna, is to remember that we have at our core the light, the transcendent light of everything, because we come from there, and that this is our time to shine this on earth because we need a lot of light being shined out right now. So that's part of what this is about.
Well, this is. I haven't had 3 cards come before, but here we
Oh my
go.
goodness.
The first, and they're strange. First card, lesson in Brown, own your own worth. Brown is the one that really connects with earth. Okay, the earth energies, grounding, feeling you're supported and so forth. Okay, that's one. The next one was the strength in Brown.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I don't know. I might need your help, Arlene, on trying to do both. It seems like
Well,
being
we'll do
reminded.
it this way.
Oh, both. Yeah. Own your own worth and know that you're earth connected and nurtured and safe. So I guess both of those meanings have can be true at the same time. You
The
know.
other thing is that I think in order to shine your light, you have to be grounded.
Mm-hmm.
You might just fly off into the universe otherwise.
Well, and then let's go on the other end is strength in gold. That's the
Wow.
third one.
Okay, that is amazing.
Yeah, which is the other end of the spectrum there. Willing to change, spiritually strong, and celebrates life. So I think it's saying being grounded, being earth based, being in your body is really important. And your willingness to change and moving into that spiritually strong kind of like, I am really strong in this. You can celebrate life and beam that light out because this is a very strong, high energy. And it's a doing energy. So, do you have anything to add with that?
I haven't never seen a combination like
No.
this before,
Mm-mm.
but I think it's probably a really good thing for all of us to realize that in this time, staying grounded is absolutely necessary,
Mm-hmm.
and that the we are all going into higher and higher frequencies, and that is going to that's going to affect how we show up in our light, because the higher the frequency, the more that it will impact the world, I think.
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
all right, we are. Do we have any others?
I think that's it for today.
All right.
That was
So that was really fun, and I hope that you will all take this to heart, and remember that you can come back and watch the video again. And I think that's always helpful, just to kind of rerun it and pick out again what you want to pay attention to. So we have Mosaic and the lesson in red for the month, and we have Simply Self and the Strength in Silver for this week. So it covers both some of the things that are really coming on now around us, and at the same time has us go inside and, really take care of ourselves and be able to bring out that beautiful strength in silver. Really good.
amazing cards this week. Wow.
Yeah, really.
Really shows we're all in it. We're
Yes.
doing it. Yeah.
All right. So I want to say one thing to you, Sandra. If at all possible, call me on Messenger after we close up here, because I do want to talk to you about the cards that you wanted to get. So, all right. Thank you, everybody.
Bye for now. Have a great week.
Bye.